Let's delve into the intriguing saga surrounding Linda Reynolds, a tale that has sparked fervent debate and left many questioning the complexities of power, politics, and personal conduct. A narrative that unfolds like a gripping drama. It invites us to ponder the nuances of justice, ethics, and accountability in the highest echelons of society. Linda Reynolds, a prominent figure in Australian politics, has found herself embroiled in a series of controversies that have cast a shadow over her career. Despite the tumultuous waters, she remains steadfast in her self-proclaimed role as a champion of gender equality. However, it's her actions that have ignited a storm of controversy, prompting us to ask whether intentions and outcomes can ever truly coexist harmoniously. In a move that has raised eyebrows and ignited heated discussions, Reynolds initiated legal proceedings against a woman who was assaulted within the confines of her own office. The Western Australian Supreme Court, under Justice Paul Tottle, ruled that the victim, Brittany Higgins, suffered an unspeakable crime, categorizing it among the most heinous offenses known to law. Yet Reynolds' decision to pursue legal action against Higgins, whom Tottle deemed mentally incapacitated, raises critical questions about justice and compassion in high-stakes scenarios. During her testimony, Reynolds' demeanor was described as defensive and evasive, painting a picture of someone struggling to navigate the murky waters of public scrutiny. Despite her claims as an advocate for gender equity, her actions post-assault have been met with widespread criticism. Following the incident, Reynolds instructed her chief of staff to discreetly report the event to the police, a request that was vehemently rejected on ethical grounds. It took multiple conversations for her to understand the gravity of the situation, underscoring the complexity of navigating such sensitive matters. The aftermath saw Reynolds grappling with a limited recollection of the events that transpired, a detail that further fueled public skepticism. While she didn't exhibit overt hostility towards Higgins, her reaction to the rape disclosure was far from exemplary. In a moment of anger, she labeled Higgins a lying cow, a comment that garnered significant backlash. Despite acknowledging the hurt caused, Reynolds refrained from offering an apology, a decision that only added fuel to the fire. The emotional toll of the media's portrayal of her as a minister whose position was tenuous took its toll on Reynolds. In an unexpected turn of events, she was compelled by legal means to extend an apology to Higgins for her derogatory remarks, a process she described as painful due to lingering resentment. This incident, however, was merely the tip of the iceberg, as revelations of her correspondence with the lawyer representing Higgins' assailant during the criminal trial came to light. Her catty comments regarding Higgins' attire during court appearances painted a picture of someone deeply entrenched in personal vendettas. Adding to the intrigue, Reynolds shared confidential documents pertaining to Higgins with a News Corp columnist, driven by an overwhelming sense of anger. This breach of trust further complicated the narrative, casting doubt on her judgment and commitment to confidentiality. In a surprising move, she referred a settlement paid to Higgins to the National Anti-Corruption Commission, a decision that left many scratching their heads. The climax of this saga arrived when Reynolds emerged victorious in a defamation lawsuit against Higgins, the very woman who experienced the assault in her office. The ruling mandated that Higgins pay Reynolds $315,000 in damages, plus an additional $26,000 in interest, a financial burden that may lead to bankruptcy. Outside the courtroom, Reynolds spoke of the emotional and financial hardships endured throughout the ordeal, vowing never to abandon her pursuit of truth and justice. This story, first chronicled in the print edition of the Saturday paper on August 30, 2025, under the title A Note on Linda Reynolds, serves as a stark reminder of the intricate dynamics at play in cases involving power, gender, and the quest for justice. For nearly a decade, the Saturday paper has been a beacon of truth, providing a platform for Australia's most insightful writers and thinkers. By exploring stories often overlooked, they've delved into the heart of issues such as refugee policy, government integrity, robo-debt, aged care, climate change, and the pandemic with unparalleled depth and sensitivity. Their unwavering commitment to independent journalism relies solely on reader support, underscoring the importance of subscriptions in sustaining this vital work. In a landscape dominated by concentrated media ownership, maintaining this level of journalistic freedom becomes all the more crucial. Your subscription ensures that the pursuit of truth, the unearthing of untold stories, and the relentless holding of politicians accountable remains possible.